Welcome to Korean Cinema Channel. Today I would like to send you the following news. Autumn Jade Mat has the internet shipping duo Yuxin x Cheng, a side CP that steals the spotlight. Viewers of Autumn Jade Mat have recently fallen into a collective frenzy, but not for the drama's official main couple. Instead, social media has been completely overtaken by the unexpected chemistry between duo Yuxin and Cheng, whose side CP has ignited a level of enthusiasm that even overshadows the central storyline. With nothing more than leaked set photos and character settings, this pairing has exploded across platforms, amassing over 89,000 topic plays and becoming the drama's most addictive talking point. Duo Yuxin plays Thei, a character that can only be described as a walking symbol of old money elegance. Her first appearance in a Western-style dress, framed by warm amber lighting, immediately evokes memories of Liu Yifei's Baiziasu in the story of a noble family, a beauty that is classical, aloof, and quietly piercing. Thei is not merely ornamental. Beneath her refined exterior lies sharp emotional intensity and an unyielding will. Opposite her stands Yuxin, portrayed by Cheng, whose presence feels like a complete tonal shift. Dressed in a deep navy Republican-era military uniform, Cheng's transformation is striking. Broad shoulders, a narrow waist, and an imposing silhouette replace the lean image seen at the drama's opening ceremony. His gaze is sharp and predatory, like a panther sizing up its terrain, silent, controlled, and dangerous. What truly captivates audiences is the explosive contrast between these two characters. Thei is a willful, passionate heiress who loves boldly and later descends into a morally gray, almost unhinged dark beauty. Yuxin, on the surface a carefree warlord son, secretly carries the burden of investigating traitors within his own family. Their dynamic crackles with tension, light versus shadow, indulgence versus restraint, desire versus duty. Compared to the main CP's classic fated tragedy trope, brooding young marshal and stubborn female student, the duo Yuxin x Cheng pairing delivers a more visceral thrill. The familiar yet irresistible fantasy of a powerful man indulging a fiery socialite taps directly into audience pleasure points. It's not just angst, it's controlled obsession, a relationship that feels dangerous, luxurious, and emotionally charged. Duo Yuxin's performance history gives her the tools to fully inhabit Thei. A graduate of the Central Academy of Drama, she spent years in supporting roles in productions like Till the End of the Moon and A Journey to Love. Her breakout came with the short drama Midsummer Cinderella, which racked up an astonishing 30 billion views, proving her ability to command the screen. Her strength lies in emotional volatility. She can fracture and explode within seconds. In Autumn Jade Mat, this talent shines. In the broken engagement scene, the subtle trembling of her body conveys humiliation and rage without a single exaggerated gesture. In the bathtub kiss scene, the faint redness at the corner of her eyes adds layers of vulnerability and longing, grounding the drama in raw, believable emotion. Cheng's dedication is no less impressive. He joined Autumn Jade Mat immediately after wrapping Molly, enduring over 4 months of high-intensity filming. The exhaustion left his cheeks hollow, but once he stepped into uniform, the transformation was complete. His commanding aura and disciplined physicality instantly won over viewers, making Yuxin feel both formidable and painfully restrained. It's no surprise, then, that this side CP has taken on a life of its own. Sometimes, the most unforgettable sparks don't follow the main storyline, they erupt where contrast is sharpest and emotions are most dangerously alive. And in Autumn Jade Mat, duo Yuxin and Cheng layer that spark. He also infused the role with a wealth of carefully observed details. When facing Yuxin, his fingers unconsciously rub against the leather of his gun holster, a reflex born of vigilance rather than threat. When he realizes she has been wronged, his gaze shifts in a split second, first a flash of ruthless fury, then a softened, almost involuntary tenderness. These micro-expressions quietly reveal Yuxin's inner world, turning him from a genre archetype into a living, breathing man. This is precisely why the side CP's interaction model feels so intoxicating. Their dynamic is built on low-key, instinctive favoritism. In leaked footage, Yuxin is always the first to back down after an argument, the first to move his body in front of Thei when danger appears. These actions are unshowy, almost subconscious, nothing declared, nothing performed. In contrast, the main CP leans into high drama symbolism, a tie wrapped around a wrist to signal possessive intimacy, a shirt torn in a fire scene to bind wounds and emotions alike. One is a stylized, theatrical ache, the other is intimacy woven into everyday reflexes. Naturally, many viewers find the latter sweeter, warmer, and closer to real emotional logic. That's not to say the female lead lacks appeal. Suruhan's Yi Pingjin has a charm distinctly her own. In braided hair and student attire, she radiates purity and youth. In light-colored kipao, she becomes quietly resilient, earning praise for walking as if the wind follows her steps. Her presence is gentle yet determined. However, her pairing with Cheng leans more heavily into the familiar powerful man and innocent heroine framework. Though their shared glances crackle with electricity in side-profile shots, the narrative repeatedly drags them through misunderstandings, sacrifice, and melodramatic push and pull. Autumn Jade Mat deliberately sharpens this contrast through its narrative design. The main storyline follows a young student drawn into warlord power struggles to save her mother, evolving from a contractual bond into a love entangled with national hatred and personal loss. The side storyline, by contrast, belongs to adults meeting as equals. There are no labyrinthine detours, only open preference, mutual recognition, and unapologetic protection. It mirrors the modern audience's ideal of a relationship grounded in clarity and choice. Even the production details reinforce this emotional divide. Yi Pingjin's wardrobe evolves from coarse cotton to custom Xiangayan silk, visually marking her growth. Yu Changxuan's military embroidery gradually simplifies, symbolizing his shift from inherited privilege toward the people. In rain-soaked confrontations, the rhythm of droplets striking blue stone echoes a heartbeat, lending cinematic texture to every charged exchange. These meticulous choices elevate the CP dynamics beyond plot, transforming them into an experience, and perhaps explaining why viewers simply can't stop shipping. Interestingly, Guo Yuxin's background in short-form dramas has turned into a distinct advantage rather than a limitation. In Midsummer Cinderella, she portrayed a young heiress trapped in a family-arranged marriage, and the breakup scene became a viral benchmark. Her character delivers cutting words with a lifted chin, yet her body trembles uncontrollably. That subtle contradiction, pride on the surface, fear and heartbreak underneath, allowed audiences to clearly see her ability to navigate layered, conflicting emotions. It proved that she doesn't rely on exaggerated expressions to sell pain, she lets it seep through the body. This experience feeds directly into her portrayal of Thei. The combination of solid Central Academy of Drama training and the high-intensity emotional delivery honed in short dramas gives the character both glamour and gravity. Thei is not just visually striking, she feels psychologically complete. Her beauty never floats on the surface, it is always tethered to desire, insecurity, and choice. In a genre that often reduces wealthy female characters to decorative symbols, Guo Yuxin injects a sense of lived-in reality, making Thei feel dangerously alive from an industry perspective. The explosive popularity of the side CP also reflects a shift in how audiences consume and evaluate dramas. Main characters are often burdened with the responsibility of embodying correct values, upright, inspirational, morally impeccable. Side characters, by contrast, enjoy far greater creative freedom. They are allowed to be flawed, obsessive, morally ambiguous, even contradictory. Ironically, it is this lack of restraint that makes them feel more human. The side CP also benefits from economy of exposure. With fewer scenes, every appearance becomes concentrated and memorable. There is no narrative bloat, no emotional dilution. Each glance, each protective gesture, each moment of hesitation carries weight. These high-density emotional beats are perfectly suited for short video platforms, where a single 30-second clip can ignite thousands of interpretations. The limited screen time leaves ample room for audience imagination, encouraging viewers to mentally complete the relationship in ways that feel personal and addictive. Autumn Jade Mat has yet to air, but the Guo Yuxin x Cheng side CP has already seized the initiative. Their early dominance is built on three clear strengths: sharp contrast in character design, a sense of authenticity in interaction, and emotional directness unburdened by excessive narrative justification. In comparison, the main CP, while equipped with all the classic ingredients of Republican-era tragic romance, struggles against the weight of familiar tropes. Predictable misunderstandings and recycled emotional beats make it harder to generate genuine novelty. This phenomenon is hardly unprecedented. In recent years, multiple dramas have seen side CPs execute a kind of overtaking on the curve, capturing audience affection with fewer scenes but stronger impact. What Autumn Jade Mat demonstrates is a broader truth about contemporary viewership. Audiences are no longer satisfied with love stories that merely fulfill genre expectations. They crave relationships that feel intentional, equal, and emotionally legible. If the final broadcast can sustain this balance, the side CP may do more than steal attention, it may redefine where a drama's emotional center truly lies. Thank you for watching my channel. See you in the next videos. Thanks.